Good morning. Today in homeroom, you're going to receive your 2016-2017 course schedules. We want you to know when handing these out, this is the first time ever that we've handed them out without counselors looking at them beforehand. So your schedules are very, very raw. The purpose of having you look over them before we do is just to make sure that your conflicts are doable or not doable. Just give it sort of a first glance and help us discover what you may want changed in it. So when we hand out your schedules, you'll notice that there's no PLTs listed yet. We purposely do not put those in to make schedule changing a little bit easier, so PLTs aren't listed until right before school begins in the fall. The first thing we want you to do is check to make sure all the courses that you signed up for are on your schedule and make sure that they're correct. So if you happen to know the phasing of a certain course from this past year, just double check and make sure that you have the phasing and the courses correctly listed on your schedule. Next, we want you to check for overlaps or conflicts. So anywhere there's a conflict on your schedule, we want you to go ahead and circle that neatly so that we can see if we can resolve those. We want you to look at the very bottom of your schedule. It should be on the second page. There are listed all of your unassigned courses. Those are the courses that we couldn't fit into your schedule at this time. And so the time that counselors put in summer is typically trying to fit those unassigned courses into your schedule. So when you're looking over your course list, we just want to go over course changes. So we want to make sure that you're aware that you certainly can drop a class if you're overloaded on credits, if you're taking more than 6, and dropping a class would alleviate a conflict. Please, by all means, just write down that you want to drop a certain class. That's not a problem. If you want to add a class, however, that does become a little more tricky. We don't have a list of courses that are open during certain times because of the phasing of classes. So when you want to add a class, we typically have to check 4 different phases of that class and see how it would fit in on different days. So in general, it's pretty difficult, and the general rule is no. We feel like you've had a lot of time to come down and talk to us about any changes that you want to make for next year's schedule. So with overlaps, again, what we want you to do is just circle your overlaps neatly on your schedule. Just reflect on if they're doable. Maybe right now you guys have conflicts and you're able to make them work. So just think about if they're doable, and then if you want us to drop a class, drop one of the 2 classes that are conflicting, just list which one you want us to keep and which one you want us to drop on the right-hand side of the front of your schedule. And then we'll check over all overlaps. Everything that's circled we'll check over. So even if you say to us, no, it's doable, you can leave it on there, we're still going to check to see if we can resolve those, and we'll let you know if we can. We certainly don't want to upheaval your whole schedule if we don't have to, but just know that we'll be checking all of them. That's why we want you to circle them for us so they stand out to us. All right, so what to do next is just on the front page of your schedule, write notes on your schedule. Just keep them simple. Write them on the right-hand side of the front page. Every student today is going to hand your schedule in today to your homeroom teacher. So regardless of if you need changes or not, we just want you to look over and note that you've seen your schedule. So if you don't want anything changed and things fell into your schedule perfectly, just write OK at the top and initial. So that we know that you've looked over it and made sure everything was okay. So teachers, just make sure if students are absent, just write that on their schedules and turn it in with the rest of your schedule so we can make sure that we meet with those students individually. All right, just like we did after first semester of this year, just be patient with this process. Typically, each schedule can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes to complete, and each counselor has about 350 to 380 students. So typically, we are working on these over the summer and trying to resolve everything by the time school rolls around. So if we can't resolve something, we'll certainly call you or email you and talk to you before the school year is out. So This is just our philosophy. We certainly did not become school counselors that we could build schedules all day long. That is a portion of our job, most definitely. But again, because they are so time consuming, we just want to make sure that we're doing this as efficiently as possible. All right, requests we won't be honoring when students are looking over their schedules. We're not going to honor PLTs at the end of the day. Classes with a certain teacher, changing classes to be with friends, PE to be at the end of the day so you don't have to sit in your own sweat all day. We hear that one a lot. No morning classes because you're not a morning person. We hear that one a lot too. Or lunch or classes so that you having them change so that you can be with your friends or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. So just know in advance that those aren't like legit reasons to change your schedule. So just to summarize, we want you to check for overlaps. Go ahead and circle them on your schedule. List any classes that you'd like to drop on the top right corner of your page, or anything you would like adjusted on the right-hand corner of your page, and then hand in your schedule with notes to the homeroom teacher. And this is a really important thing, you guys, over the summer and even yet this year, just once a week, make sure you're checking your email. This is how we'll communicate with you. Counselor schedules get really packed this time of year, and if we can't see you, we want to make sure we can at least reach you by email. A lot of conflicts can be resolved through email, just going back and forth a couple times. So please check your email regularly, and if you have any other questions and can't get in to see us in a timely manner, make sure that you email us and let us know what your requests are. So go ahead, teachers, hand out the schedules and just keep us posted if you have any questions. Thanks.